Boys, girls, all my trombaholics out there, welcome back to Other Robert. I'm Joe, the other and other Robert, and this is the season premiere review of Fear the Walking Dead. Season 2, Episode 1, titled Monster. Don't know if you guys are with me, but I didn't remember how the season ended. I remember Liza got bit and the whole Liza situation, but I didn't remember if that was the only thing or what was going on around them. I knew they were at that house. And this seems to pick up right where that left off, I guess. I didn't remember LA burning to the ground. I feel like that's a pretty big thing, so I guess that's shame on me for not remembering that. I only saw the season when it aired last year. I haven't seen it since. So, yeah, if that actually did happen during the finale, oops. But what a cool sight to see for a premiere. Especially for Fear the Walking Dead, a show that was dubbed so slow by so many people last season. To start off season 2 with LA burning to the ground. And walkers coming and them desperately trying to get onto the boat Abigail. What's with naming these inanimate objects names of female names? You got Lucille the Bat, you got Abigail the Boat. It seems to be a trend going on. But really this was an interesting episode to start it back up. I think this did not do enough to kind of bring back possibly people that didn't give it much of a chance for season 1, said, I'll try the premiere of season 2. I don't know if this did enough. This was pretty much more of the same of season 1. The show's got a very distinct style, and it's very different from Walking Dead. It's much more slower and kind of you get the time to really just soak everything in with this. Very slow pace in that sense. Not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a different thing. So, the characters, obviously Chris is upset. We knew this was going to come. He's mad at Travis. We knew this was coming. One character, and I liked him last season, but I feel like down the road he's going to continue to get better and better, and we saw that here. It's Nick. Nick is really becoming a great character. I've liked him since the beginning because I thought he was one of the more interesting characters. And he's getting there. I think he really is. And I like the bond that he has with Strand. And I also love Strand. I love the mystery surrounding that character. I love how he's really much of a wild card right now. And I think that's something that adds some intrigue to the show. I want to know what you guys think is up with Strand. Well, what's great about Fear the Walking Dead is there's no comic line. So it's not like, he was this in the comics. No, we don't know. So this is all just expectations right now and guessing. So let me know what you guys thought of Strand. Alicia kind of learned the hard way, it seems, or assuming she'll learn the hard way, of privacy in the post-apocalyptic world. We see all the time with Rick. They don't always go out of the way to rescue everyone in Walking Dead, and there's a reason why. And when Alicia said, and this is a spoiler, I mean, it's not the biggest spoiler, but if you didn't watch it, maybe you don't want to know it, so come back and watch it. But so, when she says, sorry, we can't come get you, it's too dangerous, and he says, all right, we'll see you soon. That was great, because I think everyone saw that coming. So it was one of those things like you see in horror movies where the person's looking, going, don't do that, and they still do it. That's what it was like with Alicia. But it makes sense, right? It's kind of, she said it herself that everything just ended, and it's all, even though it's moving slow for us, it's moving very fast for them. So she was kind of reaching out, hoping to find more people. We saw her earlier in the episode with everyone on the raft of the boat, and her really being the forefront of let's go get them. So it seems like she's going to be one of them one of the characters that's more willing to reach out right now. And I wonder if the people at the end that they kind of tease is coming, if that's who she was talking to. And if that's the case, what effect will that have on her? Is she still going to be trying to help out everyone, or is this going to be kind of what we saw with Carol before season 6B, where it's kind of like don't care about anyone besides who you've got? Interesting. Yeah, I want to see where that goes. These characters, it's still so early on that it's going to be fun to see where some of these characters go. Granted, if they stay. So Nick is really, for me, the most interesting in that sense, and really the one I want to see his road the most. Madison still kind of just the forefront here. Her and Travis just still kind of, the same really. The leaders, Travis kind of killed a Walker in the beginning. That's something that he really didn't want to do last season. So he's coming to terms with the world that they're living in. And just the environment, it's so cool, and it's so different than what we expect with The Walking Dead. And everyone always says it: go to the ocean, go to the water in this zombie apocalypse, because no one's out there. And I don't know, it seems to be building a lot up in terms of the water is not safe as well. We'll see. This episode seemed to be peachy, all nice, and everything was butterflies and rainbows because they're all eating dinner, having a great time. They got water. It all seems too good to be true, and I think we've come to learn from Walking Dead that will not stay, and it seems to be the people that are coming up on their tail will have to change that. But Strand seems to be the biggest question mark going forward. Is what can we expect from this character? Is he good? Is he bad? Just what's his deal? And it's so on the nose, so I'm assuming they will answer at least most of it, if not all of it. But they're going to answer it probably this season. They might wait a little bit, but they're going to answer it. Love the mystery of the character, though, right now, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with really a majority of these characters. It was a pretty good premiere, and it set the pace for what they're going to be going for this season. So definitely, and the music was great as well. Didn't want to forget about the music. So let me know what you guys thought about this week's episode, the premiere of Fear the Walking Dead. Write it down below, subscribe, because it takes around that much effort to do so. And until next time, you have been traumatized.